All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get this shit started. Started off right. Started off on the right motherfucking note. It's gonna be a 2-for-1 combo special with a side of rice and some motherfucking greens, bitch. Alright, so this is gonna be an update for the Brazilian butt lift that I had. And then I'm gonna go into a meth chronicle because it's been a while since I've done either one. Since I'm already up and halfway naked, I might as well just show you what the Brazilian looks like after over a year. I got it done in last April. So, alright, so this is the front, right? The spots where they actually dug into my skin to suck out the fat, they've really lightened up and almost completely gone away. I don't even really see them anymore. As you can see, the ass is still fat. Yeah, all is well. I haven't had any issues. I haven't had no issues at all, really. As you can see, one chest is still, it's a little off-centered, but then again, there was a huge gland that they had to take out of both. But they've become more symmetrical as time has passed, if you can see. Yeah, they've become more symmetrical. Yeah, I haven't had any real issues at all whatsoever. And again, I had mine done in the Dominican Republic, Dr. Rafael Baez. I'll put his name in the description, and you can search for him on Instagram, Dr. Rafael Baez. I also had fat taken out of my face. I had a bichectomy. My face used to be a lot fuller here and here. But as you can see, that's lightened up. Ooh, bitch, I need a hat. Let me put a hat on. Cause ooh, the way my ass is balding like shit. Yeah, put that hat on, boo. Put the hat on. So yeah. All right. So look, that's the results. That's the results. So now I suppose I'll go into a meth chronicle with you. Give you another story about my paranoia / hallucinations that I have had in dealing with meth and or sleep deprivation. You have to understand that meth is a drug that will keep you up for days at a time. So it could be 3 or 4 days that you've been up, and by that third or fourth day, you're seeing and hearing shit. So here's what happened. I want to say I was probably up for about 3 or 4 days. And the thing about it is, my ass will be so flaky and flighty that I won't even be having sex all those damn days. Matter of fact, I'm so paranoid that I'm shitting on my damn self. I'm stuck in the bathroom all motherfucking day. So it's like, you want to compartmentalize the meth with the sex, but then the sex doesn't come because the meth has my brain chemistry all fucked up and I can't focus on the sex. It's a catch-22, and what you end up doing is just wasting a whole lot of motherfucking time looking for something that you can't even commit to because you're under the influence of a drug. Does that make any sense at all whatsoever? So all you end up doing is putting your life on pause and wasting a bunch of time. Now, make no mistake, I'm not looking to be celebrated for any goddamn thing. I'm simply being transparent with you motherfuckers and letting you motherfuckers know exactly how this drug can affect you and how it affected me, in the hopes of deterring you from doing it, and or if you are caught up in the middle of it, trying to give you some type of hope that you can come up out of it. So look, so I want to say I was up for probably about 4 days, and by that 4th day, every time I go downstairs, I'm seeing shit. I'm seeing people peek around corners. I'm hearing whispering. I'm thinking everybody and anybody is against me. I'm up here in my room and I'm hearing, my roommate will have friends over and whatnot, and I'm in such a state of paranoia that I'm thinking that everything that they're talking about is me. So I'm walking around fed up with all this pent up animosity and hate for my roommate because I'm thinking that he's talking about me with his friends, and or sending people up to the motherfucking room to open the door and peek on me and shit. These are the things that's going through my mind because, again, I'm under the influence of a drug. I've been sleep deprived and I'm in a state of paranoia. that's what it'll do to you. So if you've ever dealt with someone who is doing drugs and you see that they're like aggressively paranoid, that's why. It's this drug will make you feel like everyone is against you. So it got to it got to the point where I'm hearing voices. Like I'm hearing voices as clear as I am talking to you now, saying, "Your roommate's calling the cops on you. Your roommate's giving you a day to get out. Your roommate said he's tired of you." I'm hearing this back to back to back. I'm just hearing this constant disembodied voice whispering from some point in my room, "Your roommate's doing this. Your roommate said this. They're laughing at you." I'm hearing this voice loud as day, loud as fucking day. And I'm sitting up here just getting madder and madder and madder and more upset and more confused. Like, why would he do that to me? Why would he try to call the cops on me? Yeah. I'm thinking this motherfucker gonna call the cops and shit. I'm looking out the window. I'm looking at the window and I'm seeing blue lights flash. But when I open up the window, there's nothing there. But close the window, blue lights flashing. Close, open up the window, nothing there. Your roommate called the cops. They're in your room. They're looking at you now to see if you're going to smoke anything or put anything in your veins. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this shit. I'm hearing the police officers through the wall. Yeah, we're looking at him now. And Mr. Braxton, you better do this. I'm hearing these motherfuckers talk to me, yet I don't see them. But my brain is so motherfucking fabulous to the point where my brain has created specific voices with specific dialects, with specific personalities and background stories. So as these voices are talking to me, it's becoming increasingly difficult to discern what's in my head and what's actually happening. And that right there is the most frustrating aspect of this drug, if you ask me. The inability to discern what's in my head and what I am actually experiencing, what's reality and what isn't. I found myself needing an anchor. I needed someone to text and say, "Hey, is this actually going on or is it actually in my head?" I needed that. That's what I needed. And I felt like I couldn't turn to anybody to give me that type of reassurance or assurance that this is all going on in my head. So, bitch, I was so frustrated. I had to go outside and call a friend and tell him how I felt like I was all alone. I felt like I have no emotional support. I feel like I can't talk to my roommate about nothing because I feel like he's trying to get me locked up and he wants to get rid of me and he's not being genuine and these are the things that are going through my head. So I'm torturing myself based upon my delusions and paranoia, thinking that all is lost, and I really felt a sense of hopelessness. And you know, you have to understand that by the third or fourth day, your brain chemistry is so off, it puts you in a state of depression. And I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of individuals who have taken their own lives based off of those temporary circumstantial voices that they heard or feelings that they had that would have eventually leveled off if they actually just took the time to go to sleep. So if you're partying for a couple days and you feel super depressed because you're now thinking back to all the sexually deviant shit you did over the past 4 days, or the bad life choices that you've made, or you feel like you have nobody you could talk to, I please urge you to just get some sleep first. Please get some sleep before you decide to make a permanent life choice and take your life when you may not even feel the same way after getting 48 hours worth of sleep. Okay? But bitch, that's how I felt. I felt like, oh my God, I have nobody I could turn to. I feel so lost, so hopeless. I believe I had a mental breakdown. Now, my mom had a mental breakdown before. She was in her 30s. I'm in my 30s. And the reason I think it was a mental breakdown was I started crying hysterically. And it would go from hysterical crying to hysterical laughter. I would be crying, laughing, and at the same time said some really ugly things to myself about myself that I never thought would come out of my fucking mouth. I told myself, I said, Andrew, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You just like your motherfucking father. Brilliant as hell, but lazy and never put his works to any good use. Never put his intellect to any good use. I could ask this man anything and he'd be able to tell me a little bit about something. You know the gifts that you have and you ain't doing nothing about it. You ain't shit. You gonna die just like your dad did all alone with fucking prostate issues and fluid around the heart, and ain't nobody gonna come and visit you because you fake as shit, you think you the shit, and you ain't nothing. These are the things I'm saying to myself while I'm in this state of not being able again to discern what's in my head, what's happening. Am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Because I'm seeing furniture move. I'm seeing people in my peripheral moving shit. I'm watching the mattress move, push up, move up. I'm watching covers move. I'm watching drawers open and shit. I'm watching this whole motherfucking dresser set move forward as if someone is behind the motherfucker pushing it out. I'm watching the back of my motherfucking bed move. I'm watching a head peek from the motherfucking corner right there. I'm seeing these things. And you know, as much as you want to tell yourself, okay, this is all in your head, it is an hallucination, it's difficult to tell yourself such things and to root yourself in the reality of a situation when you're seeing things as clearly as I'm seeing myself in this camera right now. When I'm hearing things as clearly as I'm talking to you right now. It was mentally exhausting. I cried myself to sleep and I woke back up still hearing this voice. It's this voice that would, and I don't think it was my self-conscious. This voice was tormenting me. This voice would act as if it has my best interest at heart. It would say, "Hide your pipe. The cops are coming. Put your pipe up here, or hand me the pipe." I'm actually looking for a hand to reach out and take the fucking pipe from me. I'm up here. No, I'm over here. No, put the pipe under the bed. No, I hid the pipe over here. Go over here. No, bitch, you stupid. You stupid as fuck. The cops are coming. Move the pipe here. Move it. I'm trying to help your stupid ass. For me to not have a good grasp on reality and to hear this voice saying, "Move here. Look here, look here, look here, look in the closet, look under the bed, put the pipe here. No, the cops are behind the window, bitch." I'm jumping all around my room, mentally exhausted. Mentally exhausted to the point where I couldn't do nothing but just sit there and cry and say, "Look, you know what? If they come, just take me. But I can't take you tormenting me anymore." That's what this voice would do. And the thing about it is, even after I get sleep, I would still hear the voice faintly, faint whispers. "Hey, Drew, your roommate's doing this." And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck you. Why are you still talking to me? I feel like I'm sober. I feel like I've gotten enough sleep. Why am I still hearing this goddamn voice? So, it's the most frustrating experience I have ever had. And the thing about it is, I noticed that the effects that the drug was having on me has changed. It didn't used to do all that before. But I'm noticing, towards the end of the journey that is now doing this shit that is never done before. It never frustrated me to that point. I would never hear these voices as clearly. I would never feel this overwhelming sense of paranoia before. And it's like, okay, this drug is having a different effect on you the longer that you do it. And in a negative way. You're going to have more than one mental breakdown if you keep fucking around with this shit. These are the things that I tell myself that I know about myself when I'm sober. But again, when I'm under the influence, it's like, goddamn, bitch, I want to have sex, but I can't focus on the sex because I'm in the motherfucking bathroom dushing all goddamn day. It's like when I'm motherfucking high, and y'all fix my life. I'm addicted to deep fleeting. When you get the motherfucking shower attachment with a little fleet nozzle and you push all that water up inside of you and then it all comes out like motherfucking lava. Yeah, bitch, deep fleeting. It's funny. Okay, never mind. Probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. Look, I'm not even having sex. I'm just in the bathroom all goddamn day on the toilet. It's the craziest, funniest fucking shit ever when you think about it in hindsight. But yeah. So, in closing, again, I urge you to take the steps necessary for you to get out of any type of addictive situation that you may be in, to understand that it is a mental illness. And I understand us as a black folks always want to say things like, if the motherfucker would just stop drinking, if he would just stop smoking that shit. If nobody makes the conscious decision to be homeless, living under a bridge, smelling like piss because they're addicted to crack. Nobody consciously makes that decision. You have to understand that this is something that is occurring on a mental level. It's an addiction, just like any other addiction. And you're going to have to take the steps and take the tools necessary for you to come up out of it, whether it be counseling, therapy, rehab, things of that nature. I want to encourage you to go ahead and make those necessary steps so you can be the best you that you can possibly be, and stop allowing this substance or your addiction to cause you to live on auto drive versus actually living. You do understand what I mean? When it comes to these addictions, sometimes it's like your life is on pause, but you're not actually living. 4 or 5 days have passed and you can't even tell yourself what the fuck you did for the past 4 or 5 days. It's the amount of lost time that is very frustrating. And then you think about all the things you could have done with that time, and it puts you in a state of depression. So again, it is a vicious cycle. It's a double-edged sword, and I want to encourage you all. Just do better, be better, seek out help, step out of that comfort zone, and do the things you need to do to be the you that you want to be. And on that note, I'll leave until the next Meth Chronicle. Bye.